Welcome to Black Love Matters, where this serves as a therapy session for figuring out adulthood,
loving each other,
or finding Aaron, Brock, and Michelle,
or Jay-Z and Beyonce. Who is you?
I'm Neil,
and I'm Nyambi.
And this is episode
370. Why do you? It's literally in front of you.
I know. I had a brain fart.
It's literally in front of you.
I had a brain fart.
Okay.
I don't know what was going on.
Like you didn't see those 370?
No, like I seen it, but the words wouldn't come out.
Oh.
Be sure to leave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-star rating review on podcast on Stitcher and follow us on all forms of social media at Black Love Matters. That's black with no K. What's going on, baby?
Well, y'all, I'm just very happy because this Friday begins the start of my next vacation.
Oh.
Remember how I told y'all that I am just shifting the cadence in which I work to refresh and leaning into relaxation and rest and doing it. And like, I'm trying to do the least to get everything done that needs to get done. I think sometimes I tend to be a team too mucher. But I'm really realizing like even my least is better than some of you niggas most.
Ooh, round of applause. Just round of applause for your least being the most.
Or maybe that's a little arrogant, but I stand by it. Sometimes it is. But I'm talking more about, when you're just going nonstop and you're always producing. I'm learning that if I'm able to take a step back, rest and relax, I'm able to still reach the same performance. Right? Like, it's like I either can just do it over this extended amount of time, or I can go take a break, refresh, come back, and be just as strong. So I'm trying to the latter, especially us still being in COVID. And I know my job is going to be working from home for at least another 6 to 9 months. Like, I'm really just trying to have some balance. So I'm going to have all of next week off. Don't worry, we still going to have podcasts.
Oh.
But how you feel about me?
I ain't get the memo.
What you mean?
I ain't get the memo. Should I be taking off too?
No, you need to work.
You bullshit.
So, like, I'm very excited about that. I'm happy to let y'all know how to rest and relaxation. And low key, for the folks who are interested, the cubicle warriors who are interested, I plan on taking every 6 to 8 weeks off, taking at least a week off work. Or like a long weekend or 4 to 5 days, where before I think I would work in like maybe 90-day sprints, right? Or like maybe 120-day sprints, or before I would take time off. But now I'm like 6 to 8 weeks, something need to happen.
Oh.
I'm going to try to go. I mean, I come from a company where I'm privileged enough. We have a lot of vacation time.
Yeah.
But if I didn't, I would be tag teaming them Fridays and Mondays. Do you hear me? So I'll let y'all know how it'll go. Also, something that made my day, y'all seen Lettucey is going to star in the upcoming Mahalia Jackson biopic.
Oh,
it's called Remember Me, the Mahalia Jackson story. So I was trying to think, like, who would I want to play Mahalia Jackson? But I guess Lettucey can sing down to the ground. And, I'm trying to see, like, does she look like her? Or I'm trying to see who would look like a Mahalia Jackson. I thought it was rumors that Fantasia might play it, or... But honestly, I'm here low-key, high-key for a Mahalia Jackson story. So I'm here for her story. I'm also here for the good singing. So I'm ready for them to go ahead and bring Mahalia Jackson on this screen so I can just start hollering and going to the altar. Shout out to Lettucey. I know she's also acted in like Selma. In what was that? We were watching, was it on HBO Max or Showtime near? It was based off a book. Was it Coates' book? Tahini.
Ta-Nehisi Coates.
I can never say his name. I said Tahini.
Between the World and I.
Tahini eggplant. What's his?
Ta-Nehisi Coates.
Ta-Nehisi.
Yes.
Didn't he do? What was that on Showtime?
It's like Between the World and I. Or something
Yeah.
like that.
They did like a documentary spoken word variation of it. And I know she also was in that too. So I'm excited. It should be a really, really good time. What else is going on with me? Oh, speaking of other great folks who are in like the literary game is Dr. Keaty. He landed a deal with Netflix to develop the projects based on his best-selling books. So y'all know Keaty's book on Stamped from the Beginning will be a hybrid documentary / feature film adapted and executive produced by him. And y'all know who I love, Mara Brock Akil.
Oh.
From This Is Love. Love Is Us. What is this? What was it called? This Is Love. I done combined 4 shows.
Black Love?
Lo-
No, that was the other Oprah documentary.
You know what old boy up in there? So she's basically the woman who used to do Girlfriends, The Game, and all that. So I am here for that.
Oh, her husband not gonna be part of it?
You notice I didn't say his name. No, he ain't gonna be a part of it.
Oh.
Only she gonna be a part of it. Then you got Roger Ross Williams, the first director to win an Oscar, will also direct and to produce through like his whole like banner. What's the producing company? He's doing the opposite side of it. So Stamped, Racism, Anti-Racism, and You, which Keedy is gonna co-write with the best-selling author, I think his name is Jason Reynolds, for the be more pivoted towards the young adult market.
Okay.
So like I'm super interested in that. So this young adult documentary pairs with the companion from like Stamped from the Beginning to explain how racism in America originated and it has persisted, with the aim of leaning how to counter it. And then lastly, because remember we doing all of them, he got that other book for babies, Anti-Racist Babies, which is a children book, which will be adapted into a series as a musical animated short in which they will go through each of the steps on how to be anti-racist.
Shut the fuck
and
up.
Each of the steps is going to be a cartoon, and it's coming from the folks who created Disney Junior Doc McStuffins.
Shut the fuck up.
Whoever's Keedy's agent must be the same person as J-Lo's because they're winning.
I need to figure out who his agent is so I can get on.
Because Keedy's agent and J-Lo's agent have to be the same person because they're both winning. Every time I look up, it's always something about being stamped. It's always something about being anti-racist. And on J-Lo's side, she just keep getting invited to perform all these places. And she's not the best singer. And we can go to bat on that. Right? Aren't you? I'm actually low-key most excited for Anti-Racist Baby. Because my attention span is set for a 20-minute show. In cartoons.
A little cartoon with an anti-racist baby. I'm with it.
With a catchy song about not being racist.
Do, 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 do. How to be anti-racist,
Could you imagine the kids singing that? Because you know the kids is gonna sing the song.
I'm an anti-racist baby.
Could y'all ready for y'all children to go embarrass you at Trader Joe's and start singing the anti-racist song?
Anti-racist baby. Anti-racist.
Or for them to go ahead and mess up the words instead of saying anti, just say racist baby.
Racist ass lady. Because you know babies be getting it wrong, so instead of saying baby, they'd be like racist lady. Racist lady. What?
They're gonna make the words clear to make people uncomfortable.
Racist lady.
So when I seen that, it was such a win, and I'm so freaking excited for it. And the last thing I'm super excited for, have y'all heard of A3 Mag? So A3 Magazine, it's a Black-owned magazine dedicated to celebrating Black and Brown artists. The first edition is called the Dreamers Edition. It is absolutely bomb. So if y'all looking for them, if you just Google A as an apple and 3 magazine is beautiful. I think there are certain places in New York where you can pick the hard copy up, or you can get it online. And again, remember how I told you at the top of the year where I'm really leaning into creativity and just expanding my horizons and doing something slightly different. And when I stumbled upon that, I was like, oh, this is just so, you know how I admire the creatives. So it felt my bucket up too. So if y'all folks are looking for ways to, one, support other creatives and also surround yourself with Black art and creativity, I recommend A3 Mag. And I haven't did much on the person behind it, but I think they used to actually work for like Tidal. And Rock Nation or something, like one of their creative directors, and he just kind of went off on his own and created it. I think it's bomb, and I'm super excited about it.
That's what's up.
So go ahead and check it out.
That's what's up.
Maybe we'll have in like link it. Maybe it can be a Friday favorite, so folks can check it out.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Is it me?
Yeah. Who else is it? Mabel's?
Yeah. Mabel got an update.
Mabel sleep again. Y'all know we give her CBD oil whenever we record now, because we don't got time for all them clanging and all that barking.
And so, first I had therapy today, so that was an interesting thing.
I go.
I don't know why and how all the Black women in my life are like in tune with each other.
What you mean?
Therapist is like, so Nerum, when the last time you rested? Like, just full out rested. And I'm like, did you talk to did Naomi send you a text message?
We ain't friends. I'm always looking for one though.
And it's like, why? I said, because Naomi just bought me a video game and told me I need to chill out.
And what she say?
Maybe you do. Maybe you need to just take some time.
Or just make it a ritual. Do it consistently. Find a consistent time and practice to unwind. You see, I'm about to go on vacation again. Who am I? And I've been productive, honey. Don't take me going on vacation to say I ain't got shit done. I done accomplished personal goals and work goals. Come on. Hey, listen quick.
Hey. So, just having that conversation about her about adding more breaks and figuring out what that looks like, right? Especially with, the hustle that I've been on as of lately. So that was the preface of the conversation. When the last time you took a break? And so what we're going to do between now and the next time is that I want you to take a journal and write down all the times you took a break. Like dedicated break that's not tied to any tied to a business or anything like that.
Walking Mabel's not a break. That's a chore. And I love my dog, but it's a chore.
And speaking of Mabel, Nyambi.
No. We're not going to speed past this. How did you receive the information when your therapist told you that? Have you received it or are you not receiving it?
I'm receiving it. I'm going to take a break.
But do you think you need a break? Do you think you deserve a break?
See, do you think you need a break and whether or not you deserve a break is two different things.
Well, answer just our podcast. We got nothing but space, time, and opportunity.
So I think that's the thing, right? And I think that's one of the things that we just came down to is that I'm booking myself too much. I need to add some more time to the things I want to do, right? I need to add some more time, spread some things out in order to add some breaks in there. And this whole conversation of like being an entrepreneur, trying to get your hustle up and, in what some would call a bandemic and trying to figure out how can I get these bands before like your chances.
It's always going to be money to be made. The oppressor and the colonized want you to believe is a limited amount. They make money. Money literally grows on the trees. Like it's paper. It's money to be made. It's always going to be money to be made.
Unless it's Bitcoin. Then it just come people mind for that.
You sound like dumb DMs. You want to know a quick way to make some money? Want to grow your wealth? But it's always going to be money to be made.
Is that your foot? I thought that was Mabel. I said Mabel and came over here and licked my ankle.
Don't get distracted.
But no, like so coming along with that, right? And at like first,
what would happen if you took a break?
I turn into what is it called? Catastrophic thinking, like you do.
Yeah.
So like if I take a break and then I'm gonna fall off, I feel like if I take a break, I might like it too much and not want to get back to the money.
And what's wrong with that?
I'm not getting to the money.
You have a job, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so what's wrong?
Because
you're still not telling me.
What would be wrong with that is because I would like I'm focused on working for the white man or white woman versus.
What's wrong with that?
There's nothing wrong with that.
See, that's what I'm saying.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
In the larger scheme, but it's
principle.
It's not what I want.
Okay.
So I think it's that thing, right?
Cool.
Of course, like it's great to have a job to work for the white man and white woman, but I want something bigger and better than that, and I feel like I need to do everything possible to make sure that doesn't like that dream comes true, and I'm not stuck in that place where I don't want to be.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
We'll continue to unpack it. Will you report back with your journal and how your therapist?
Yeah, if the people want to know, leave voicemails.
No, they don't got to leave no voicemails.
Emails.
You just provide an update.
Oh,
thank you.
So back to speaking on Mabel.
Go ahead and deflect. Change the subject.
No,
because you know who the queen of resting.
Naomi.
Mabel.
Oh, Mabel too.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm proud to have that under the label. I am. I love the good rest with a K.
So Naomi took Mabel to the groomer yesterday, and Naomi damn near lost her mind.
What? I didn't lose my mind.
Yes,
you being
did.
dramatic.
So Naomi dropped off Mabel at 8 a.m. And here comes like 4 o'clock.
Where's my dog?
And then here's Naomi. Where's Mabel?
You know how you work it? And you were like, it's quiet.
Look, I done looked up. People that knocked on the door.
Ain't no bark.
Not a single bark. Where's Mabel? So we called the groomer and like they didn't answer the phone. Now I be, oh fuck. Nah, they took my motherfucking dog. And I was like, shit, let them take her ass.
20% daddy.
Let her take her ass. And it's like, what? Why would you say that?
They
didn't kill their dog. I said, no, that's a different thing. You killed my dog. That's different.
We got beef.
But if you kidnap my dog, you got to take care of that motherfucker. And you're going to realize how hard it is to take care of this little motherfucker.
Where did you get this mentality from? I'm talking about let her keep him.
Let them keep him.
They'll bring her back.
They will. You know, multiple people in your lives who dog and got stolen and brought it back.
I do have a great uncle who he had a designer Pomeranian and they stole him, honey. They got out and do y'all know in Detroit? Do y'all know 7 months later they knocked on the door and run the dog back and was like, we can't afford to take care of them no more. Here you go. I said, this is some nigga shit. I wouldn't know what to do if somebody took Mabel to come back 7 months later, be like, we took your dog, we can't afford it no more. Then my great aunt was like, she was just raggedy. She ain't had no haircut, nails was all overgrown and everything.
He might got time for all that shit.
The dog ran back in the house though.
I bet she did.
That's a good one.
Because Mabel. So finally get in touch. So long story less long. Finally get in touch. They was just busy, and I was telling Naomi, like, maybe they busy.
Yeah.
They don't get busy. I said, Naomi, it take a long ass time to watch dogs. It don't take a long time to watch Mabel. I watch Mabel. Yeah. I said, not the way they watch Mabel. Mabel will be coming back smelling like blueberries and shit, and be smelling like blueberries for like a week.
Was it first soft, deep condition?
Right. Meanwhile, when you wash her, you pretty much just spray her down with the water hose, put a little soap on her.
Put a little coconut oil on them. Like, all right, that's it.
She deep conditioning. Now Mabel licking the deep condition, licking the coconut oil off her body. So we finally got her back, and then I guess Mabel was like, well, shit, I guess I got kidnapped too, because he put Mabel in the car.
Yeah.
And she was like, where the fuck is my mama?
Wait, hold on. So she rolled up. Was she excited to see you?
She jumped in my lap, and then she looked in the back seat, and then she thought you was back there. Yeah. So she jumped in the back seat. And then she was like, nothing. Just some shadows. She thought it was you.
She got bad eyes.
She thought it was you.
Yeah.
And then she jumped back, and they're going to look at me tomorrow. I'm going to sit in your lap. And I was like, the hell you are? I'm driving. Getting this thing. And then she cried all the way home.
She cried because it was so much. She said I was at that group with like a full-time job with the other dogs looking at me.
She was barking. There for a long time.
She was there all
and
day.
then the dude was like, I tried to walk her, but she didn't use the bathroom. I said, she ain't going. Mabel ain't going to probably eat. Like, Mabel don't eat for the first 3 days that we gone.
Sure don't. When she came home, I played ball. She ate all her food, though. She made it right.
Yeah.
And what you teasing me, though? I thought they did. I said,
they didn't kidnap my
put
dog.
Her on the black market. Jesus.
And they didn't sold my dog.
I was going to look for it, too.
Ain't nobody stealing Mabel. She got them bad legs. They got to pay for that.
They are. They are going to have to pay for
So it's only a matter of time for they put her ass in a pound. We can't pay for these legs.
Stop talking about my dog.
She do. Mabel got them puppy mill legs.
What's it called? The flat-setting patella?
Yeah.
That's what they call it or something like that.
She got them puppy mill legs. You can tell Mabel was one of the throwaway dogs that they just...
Oh, Nira, that's enough.
They did.
That is enough.
Because, she ain't got the perfections.
She got the who?
She don't got the perfections of the puppy mill.
What's the perfections?
The ones that be like, flawless.
Oh, like on the... what's it called, like the dog shows and stuff? She can do a dog show.
Yeah, Special Olympic dog show.
Oh, no. What?
Mabel got them bad knees.
She get to hopping.
She get to hopping and shit. Hobbling.
Just start leaning. And they try to look at her, she just sit down.
No, she ain't doing that.
Okay.
Other than that, I watched the Tiger Woods documentary on HBO Max.
How many episodes is it? Is it all done? Or?
Yeah, it's all done.
Oh.
There's only 2 episodes, but they're both like an hour and a half.
Oh, that's a long time. That's 3 hours.
Yeah, so it's about 3 hours long.
What you like it? What you learn? What you think about
it? It was just one. It was.
What's wrong? Slow down.
That's what I'm trying to do.
When have you become Nyambi and talking so fast before your thoughts? And I'm talking slower. I ain't had that much coffee today.
You probably didn't.
Did you?
No. I don't. What's that for? If I'm caffeinated, I'll be bouncing off these damn walls.
Yeah, I missed some good coffee. Actually, I just thought about today. I ain't have enough. I'm gonna definitely make it. As I'm enjoying my weekend, ain't nothing like a good weekend coffee, nice and strong. I might have to shout out to Nia. I might have to give me a Bailey's and just let it.
Oh my god!
Let the Bailey's go. I love a good Bailey's and coffee and walking the dog. Because I feel like it made the trees all 3D.
Oh my God.
I mean, they are 3D, but
be drunk as fuck, fucking Mabel.
They move different.
The wind blow your ass over.
Listen, it was high winds in the bay this week, and me and Mabel was almost like extras from The Wiz. The wind got up under my baby, and she started skipping and almost fell. I said, come on, Pooh, let's get in the house. It's too much. We don't got to do our 2 miles. We got to walk in this. It's too much. We ain't used to this. All this COVID in the air, too. Let's go. Too much wind. Getting under my mask.
Not all this COVID in the air. So I watched the Tiger Woods documentary, and it's a nice little bump. It's on HBO Max.
Hello?
I'm just trying to figure out what would be the best way to explain it. I knew he was like somewhat of a child prodigy when it come to golf, but I think somewhat.
Oh my God. Tiger Woods was literally a baby when he was taking everything by storm. He literally was like 19, 20? It's a baby to be in professional golf. I think it was an old white man sport.
It is.
And he literally was 19, 20? Yeah, he a prodigy.
No, this nigga been playing golf since he was like 8 months and shit.
Yes, but I'm saying he's winning like, are they called masters? Yeah. Majors? Like he's winning that at like a teenager. Like he's a childhood prodigy.
He's an interesting man.
I mean, you can win it at 30 and be a childhood prodigy in golf because they're old as hell. Well, now they're a little younger now, but back in the day, it was number old white men up on that screen.
Couple things. Tiger had that black ass daddy Earl. Earl was not to be played with.
Earl could have easily been one of my uncles. Earl went into that war. Earl is super disciplined. Earl looked like he liked to eat pinto beans and cornbread and neck bones. Earl like bitches a little too much. Like it's a lot. Earl got a lot going on. Earl living vicariously through his son. Earl gaslighting his son. Come on, go ahead, Naren. This yours.
Those black sons and fathers.
Those black sons and them black fathers.
Earl was a trip though.
He would have been a good friend. I don't know if I want to be my daddy, but he seemed like a good key. I'm like that white man who was snitching. I knew Earl had to be there. I said he telling a lot of Earl business.
He is.
I know Earl was asking the Savior, could he get a pass to come on down to earth?
Let me tell you something. So I'm not gonna give it all away, but I think some of the cliffhangers or some of the things they had was, the first hour and a half was pretty much a build up of like everything that was going on in Tiger's life.
The build up of the black man.
Yes, the build up of Tiger.
And then last.
And then they had a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Where this white woman. That said, "So what you want me to say now?"
And then the second half is the demise of the black man. Damn, Tiger. Tiger fell in all the traps. I know he had a black daddy. I know he had an Asian mama, and both of them didn't play. Can we talk about that Asian mama who also kept discipline and didn't play?
TD did not play.
TD did not play, right? All these parents definitely came to create him what it was, but you can absolutely tell that Tiger is not even black friends. He had black men. He did not have black women in his life.
No.
Or with women of color outside of his mom. And it was glaring. I'm learning. I need to figure out how to.
I don't think he had black friends.
I think, he had black men. He was
friends himself.
What?
I don't think he had black friends himself.
He did have black friends when he got money, but growing up, he was surrounded by white people.
Well, Michael Jordan and Charles Barkley don't count.
Them is niggas. Don't let Charles Barkley and Michael Jordan fool you with their money. Okay? Them is Negroes. Them is like his uncles. Mm-hmm. And they definitely influenced him. So they gave him the black man street cred, but you could tell that a black woman or women of color influence was lacking in his life so much.
Yeah.
And I need to figure out how I'm going to coin this, but it's something that always gives me the pause when people do not have black women or women of color involved in their lives or their project. Like, I'm immediately like,
Chris and Carlos
something's not
say,
right.
If they mama white.
Right. But his mama not white. Like, you could tell his mom was, like, it wasn't a disrespect thing. It wasn't any of that, right? But it was just something he was missing of just the influence of black women in a platonic way. I think mothers are different, right? Mothers are always going to give a different type of love, but like having a female influence other than his mother, like all the other influences were like white women. And that has to skew your persona or like your interactions with the world. Like that's what I'm trying to get at. Like it's not his, like it's something like, how would you move in the world if you've never had like black women? Like I think about you have a lot of black women, female friends. And imagine if one, you removed all your female friends, or two, they were white. and how that would then influence how you move through the world.
Right.
And I think that some of that is missing. I said, damn, he ain't had one sister or one Latino or one other Asian girl. Like, I think any woman of color would have stepped in and be like, you doing a lot and you got to type and you're going to get caught up in this shit. And no one did that, right? Because the white women he had or the women who had, whatever it is, they weren't looking out for him.
No.
Okay.
And that man had a type.
He loved them BBB. Blonde, big boobs, and blue eyes. God damn. Every time I seen a white woman come on the screen, I was like, they were so white, they were like alabaster.
Right.
Like white, like Game of Thrones white. And I was like, damn, it wasn't even no variety in the type of white, like Swedish white woman. I think that's what Elon was. That's what he ended up here. But like white meaning like what are they called? Not the Hawkins. What are the people who like the Vikings? Like,
yes.
God damn. Like, the farthest thing away from black and brown. Fuck. And I know love is blind. You fall in love with who you fall with, but shit.
I think the other thing is that the black community was rooting so hard.
We was for him,
and he didn't even want to claim us.
No. What did he call us? He calibration. Nigga, what? I thought he was gonna say Blasian. Where I'm like, yeah, yes, you're Blasian. Calibration. Caba full of shit.
Ooh.
Because I think the black people we process like, yeah, you part Asian, but I consider Asians people of color.
But you black to us.
Yeah,
if you think it's a civil rights move, you got the one drop rule.
Yeah, come on, stop it. But yeah, and the thing is, I don't think we were ever as a community expecting him to push his other cultures aside, right? We just wanted acknowledgement that you are black. And I think the simple thing is, the world sees me as a black man and shows me up at a black man. There's no need for me to push that aside. Like, that's simply how you get an answer. Then you say, but I also acknowledge I also am an Asian man. I am also blah, blah, blah man, right? All these cultures make me who I am, but I do, outwardly looking, I show up as, and I appear to be a black man, and I receive that. I'm proud of that. My father is a black man. Like, it's so many ways he could have answered that. When y'all watch Oprah's face.
Oh my God.
Oprah was like, well, y'all can't see me. She was like, It's like she knew, like, wrong answer. Like, I wish it was the Oprah of today.
Look.
Oh, do what Oprah do?
I'm Kabalasian.
Oh. The Oprah of today would have been like, wrong answer. Because she's Oprah, right?
Tiger, darling. You're black. You're a black man.
You're black. You black. Wrong answer. You want to re-record that? I recommend you re-record that.
Oh my God.
Or maybe I just don't answer the question because that's going to be bad.
And then he had an explanation for it. It was like an acronym. Like,
he's thought about this and put it in his fucking journal.
Because it's like Ka for like Caucasian. Blah for the black. And it was
Lasian for like the Asian part.
And then there was something else.
Then he was like, then I'm finished. Shut up.
What the fuck?
I was like, where's Earl?
Look, who been looking at your 23andMe?
Where's Earl? Because we all, none of us is 100%, very few, I should say. Very few of us is 100% of anything, right? So I think we can process that. And his mother's Asian, right? So I thought he was going to hit us with the Blasian, right? Like, I am African-American and Asian American, right? Like, because that's true. But this other shit he trying to piece together. Said, sir, you're reaching. You're stretching.
It was a stretch. What the fuck was he thinking?
But yeah, so the lack of black women in his life, him pushing the black communities. And we still hung with him, but we did take a step back. Like, we never totally pushed him aside, right? But I do think it was because it was a moment where I remember even my younger male cousins or my male cousins being like obsessed with Tiger Woods.
Yes.
And like they had the video games and the Nikes, and like he was up there with Michael Jordan and stuff. And something happened when he said that. I think that hurt their heart to be like, well,
yeah, because it's like, you black,
and Nike definitely used he was black.
Exactly. They used all that little melanin he had.
Yeah. And then here we go. And then now he want to be with the community when he done bust out windows on Xanax allegedly. What's he doing?
No, that was when Elon was whipping his ass. We still don't get the full story.
It's still very choppy, isn't it?
But they say that him and
Elon,
because old girl had called, or Elon had called old girl. She's like, I knew it was you. Meanwhile, Tiger was off on some Ambien and Vicodin.
And something else, I'm sure.
And something else.
I am sure.
Allegedly.
Because low key, never mind. It's something else.
So he off that Ambien and Vicodin. That's what they said in the news.
What Mike up say? Percocet, Hennessy.
Right. So he off all that. I'm pretty sure he bought half sleep. And they Elon come in here. Who the fuck you texting?
Who is Linda?
Why? I knew it was that bitch. And then Tiger and Elon, she finished. So she asked, they went all Viking on his ass.
Yes.
With the golf court or the golf club.
Bust his fucking windows.
So then Tiger like, fuck, I need to get the fuck out of here because I ain't never seen a woman get in my ass like this.
Yeah.
So then he drive off.
Like, why did he drive off? Why didn't he just close the door in the bathroom?
And then Elon chased after his ass, threw a golf club through the back window.
And made it. And
then this nigga hit a fire hydrant and then hit a tree.
Yeah.
And then Elon had to bust the window to get his ass out because he was unconscious.
That's ghetto.
This is all allegedly, but this is a good.
That's so ghetto. That's so ghetto. Ghetto. That's hood. That's some hood shit. Mm-hmm. That sounds like Jasmine Sullivan Bust Your Windows. Like that's like the music video to it. What? And they end up getting a divorce, didn't she? She got all that fucking money. Right. How did he not have a prenup?
I don't know.
And no shade to her, no shade to anybody. I was a nanny too. She was a nanny.
She was a nanny. That was like the biggest come up.
Ma'am, you coming in this marriage as a nanny. And don't get me wrong, she might have made even a good 6 figures as a nanny. Right? But you're fucking Tiger Woods, one of the most highest paid athletes, and you're not going to put pen to paper that this bitch can't get more than a few million? Unless we got children, of course, and the kids get a truck, blah, blah, blah. Right? You know what I'm saying? Of course, securing your family for your children. But are you serious?
She got like 100 mil or something like that?
Yes. And I'm sure still getting it because she got them children. Rightfully so. The kids deserve it.
Them kids old as hell.
They ain't. I think they maybe just now 18, ain't they? They might just be heading off to college now, doing COVID school. But it was interesting to see the rise, the fall, and the rise again. Like I told him I had to leave. Like I was like, I can't see another black man being broken down.
But Tiger ain't had no swag. He was there with Michael Jordan and Charles Barkley. He's like, so what do I tell these girls?
And what old Michael say? What old tongue say?
Shit, nigga. Tell them you Tiger Woods.
And then you know what I said? I must have missed this scene in The Last Dance. Where was the scenes where Michael Jordan was telling us he was in Vegas kicking it with Charles Barkley and Tiger Woods on private jets and spending money? I know they talked a little bit about gambling, but they made it sound like he was betting on the dogs, the Mabels, like the Greyhounds, right? Like they made it sound like he was putting 20 on 2. But it seems like they were spending a lot of money.
Meanwhile, Tiger over here doing a thin line between love and hate, telling all these hoes that he love them. Baby, I love you.
But I would say I thought a mistake.
You're the only one I love.
I did think it was a mistake when he came on national television and apologized for being with other bitches. Like that was not our business. Was it messy? Was it entertaining?
Yes.
But that was none of our business. That had nothing to do with golf. That had nothing to do with how him hitting the putt in. Like that had nothing to. That was literally between him and Elon. And he could have came out and be like, me and Elon honestly got an open relationship. That ain't none of y'all business. But they coming on, he crying, then the mama holding the baby and holding them and all. It was too much.
And then how the Masters and Augusta tried to
shame him.
And it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I wasn't team that at all. Like I think they were I think the only repercussions he should have been in his marriage.
Yeah.
Right? That's between him and his wife on what their agreements are or not. Like, that's not necessarily my place to judge on their agreements or, like, their vows. I don't know. But, like, I was like, that's not necessary.
So they did all that, and then they just end the story with him winning the final championship to be... Because, they ain't going to just leave him a broke man... broke black man
coblation down. No. What's it called? A coblation.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna let a coblation stay down.
They say, he done went and had that rehab. He done had a few surgeries.
What did he had rehab for? Was he on drug? Like, was he addicted to Xanax?
I don't know.
Well, they didn't clarify. Allegedly. Yeah, see, they left some of that shit out.
They did.
Because he said he was like going to rehab for like sex addiction. And I'm like, I do believe sex addiction is a real thing. But also, I think fuck niggas is a real thing too. And I think we shouldn't just roll fuck niggas into the conversation where people are truly addicted to sex. Mm-hmm. Because some niggas is just fuck niggas. Some people just like bitches.
And ain't wrong with that.
Never mind.
It ain't wrong with
that. I am not shaming them bitches. But it's just like, also some of these bitches like, so you ain't see him on the cover of People with Elon and that baby.
No, that's the problem. But just in general.
And this is them like, oh my God, he told me he loved, bitch, he is with Elon or Ellen or Eileen, whatever her name.
Exactly.
And then you gonna come out. The shady one was the one the National Enquirer one kept talking about. He was dating that girl from Denny's.
Oh my God. Tiger. I told you, Tiger was fucking anybody that was triple B.
Maybe he do got an addiction.
Big titties and blue eyes. He fucked everything else.
They literally all look like the same. He's been dating the same girl since he been 15.
Oh my God. And then that same... It was so much. We ain't supposed to spend this much time on it. But the last thing, they done got his first girlfriend who still got this fucking letter of when he broke up. And he wrote and broke up with her.
And I'm sure Asian mama told him to do it. I guarantee.
And she was so fucking hurt.
I'm sure his mom was like, break up with that white woman.
And she was so fucking hurt that she kept this letter over all these years.
Listen, ain't nothing hurt. Like, I wanted to play My First Love, like Kiki Wyatt and what's it called, Avant, because we all got them first loves and we got them stories. But I don't think I have any artifacts. Do you have any artifacts from your high school relationships?
No.
Maybe I have journals, but it's not from relationships. Like, it's my journals.
And if it is, it's like in a box in a storage somewhere that I haven't looked at.
Listen, that paper was in pristine condition.
It was. It don't even look like it's been folded up multiple times.
She didn't put that in a frame.
She didn't put that.
You think she a little sad? Because he's like, Tiger, I know he loved me and I loved him too. And we just never had the time to reconvene. First of all, what do you think Tiger Woods is saying?
The other thing is, this paper ain't disintegrated. This paper is about 40 years old.
Listen, Niram, give him the voicemail. Tiger, if you listen to us and you want to tell your side of the story.
508-784-1111. Give us a call. We'd love to interview you, Tiger.
We tell your side of the story.
We will tell your side.
I'll be your first black female friend. Tiger, you got to get some black women in your life. You got to. But watch it, y'all. It caught my attention because I did not think it was going to keep my attention. Because I was like, I knew he was a prodigy. He was really good. He liked white women. Something about a car. He didn't do so good that he did some good again. Like, that was in my head, the overarching story of Tiger Woods.
That was it.
Okay. We're going to get into some pillow talk.
Yeah, let's have some pillow talk.
Well, of course, the majority of this pillow talk is going to be the inauguration. Then we're going to get on some shout out Friday. But before we get into the inauguration, I think the last little piece we're going to give to Cheeto 45 is these pardons. He done gave these pardons to these black men. I would say I'm only a little on board. The rest of them is some fuck shit. Let's start with what I'm on board with first. Kwame is free. Kwame Kilpatrick is free. Free my nigga Kwame.
He free?
I was very happy about that. Don't get me wrong. I do think Kwame needed to go to jail. He needed to serve some times. But I stand by, and you all can send thunk pieces and voicemails. They gave Kwame Kilpatrick an excessive amount of time. They gave him, almost 40 years?
Yeah.
They gave him almost 40 years.
That might be wrong. I think it might be like 28.
That's still fucking too long for, like, the crime. So for folks who don't know, Kwame Kilpatrick was the mayor of Detroit. He was super young, up and coming. He came from a family like Kilpatrick's were they representatives or city council? He was highly connected from a connected family in Detroit. But their family was very much about uplifting the city. Like, they were doing, like, they was Negroes, but they also was about their business. So, like, we had this young mayor, Kwame Kilpatrick. He wearing Cartiers. He wearing Stacey Adams. He doing things.
Earrings in both ears and shit.
Okay, we being extra. But, like, you could tell, like, he was super smart, but he was also connected to the community. Right? Like, you can tell he was connected to community. And also at this time, he was making a lot of changes and come up for Detroit, downtown, in the city. And what made that super unique was it was centered around, like, black people. Right. So downtown Detroit, and Detroit is having a resurgence. Thank you. But low-key hikey, it's not full of black people, y'all.
It's not, no black people at all.
It's young white people. Tech is coming in. The artists are coming in. The guy who owns those loans, I forgot it's called, he taking over. What's it called? What's the Illich family? Like, it's a lot of white people and a lot of also foreign investors who are taking over Detroit. But when Kwame was in there, it wasn't that. Like, it was room for this growth. Anyway, don't get me wrong, because what he went down for, like, racketeering, like, it was like obstruction of justice. Like, it was nigga shit. It was nigga shit.
It's gonna be a good movie.
Oh, that's what he need to do. Is there a book?
Yes, he wrote a book.
But, like, The T, not because I think Kwame, you can tell he done found the Lord. He done like, I want to put it behind. I'm grateful I went to jail. I've learned, like, he on that. I'm talking about, is it a book about the fuck shit? That's what we want to hear. Like, we got things where Kwame done had affairs. It all started from some text messages that leaked because he had an affair with, who was Christine Beatty again? Was she the whatchamacallit?
I can't
with
remember.
the state.
Let's see what Christine Beatty
that's what I'm saying. It's been so long that the story getting, you know, be like, who is it? And thinking of Donald Trump, who we done had, it's just like, oh my goodness. Chief of staff. So it started with him having like an affair with her, and they texted, and it ain't just like, you cute, like it's some nasty shit.
Oh,
like,
yeah, that thigh out. Oh, he was calling it that thigh out.
It had to be so embarrassing. But all of that honestly was not worth.
And then like all the
30
text messages
years.
got released.
Yeah, all the things he did, right? And he did do wrong, but his wrong was not equivalent to 30 years in prison. When the governor of Michigan let the whole city of Flint be poisoned and still haven't fixed it, and his outcome is only $1,000 in fines and maybe 9 months in jail. Like, that's what I'm talking about. Like, it's not...
Kwame
it ain't adding up.
He was having strip club parties.
Yeah, he was having like strip, like he just nigga shit.
The mayor's mansion and
strip
shit.
clubs coming through. Got your friends working for you. The friends work, but your friends working for you. I still don't think that's 30 years in jail. I stand by that. I am not saying that Kwame is innocent in this. I am just saying that man did not deserve 30 years in jail. That is like, I remember when I got the sentence, I said, nigga, 30 years?
30 years. He ain't even killed nobody.
He wasn't even supposed to be, he wasn't going to get out of jail till he was 67. So he went in there when he was in his late 30s. Are you fucking kidding me? And the governor, Rick Snyder of Michigan, poisoned a whole black ass city, and he just got a fine of $1,000? And don't get me wrong, they pardoned him. He still owes a shitload of money, but I'm like, Kwame,
like $4 million or something.
I won't give a fuck. Freedom, fine, whatever it costs.
So, yes, it was a text message trend. The Detroit Free Press put all 14,000 text messages.
This make me not even stand for the Detroit Free Press. Like, some of this journalism, I'm like, y'all niggas.
They printed 14,000 text messages in the Free Press because they got a FOIA request.
Lord, didn't they say they got other stuff? Like, this is an example. So, to be like, Beatty, and did you miss me sexually? Kilpatrick, hell yeah, you couldn't tell? I want some more. Beatty, I'm sorry that we're going through this mess because of a decision that we made to fire Gary Brown. I will make sure the next decision is much more thought out, not regretting what was done at all, but thinking about how we could do things smarter. Kilpatrick, it had to be done though. I'm all the way with that. First of all, they're doing way too much texting.
They are. They explaining too much, saying all the names.
Me and Nirmal in the same house, and we texting code. Well, we done been through some stuff, but we texting code. You ain't gonna catch shit on my email or in my text messages.
They were saying all types of, no wonder, Christine. You
Beatty,
saying all, I had to fire Gary Brown. I regret it. Damn, you can even say fire emoji GB.
Yeah, I would have been like, yeah, you know, sometimes I be reflecting with the Lord about things that done happen, but we got to do what we got to do when we got to do it, right? I sound like I'm from Oakland. I start talking Oakland talk.
But boy, let me tell you, when they put all 14,000 in there
in the free press,
yes, like
I literally wanted to implode. But also knowing that there's a lot of other crooked motherfuckers in Detroit too, yes, that have had much more impact negatively in the community. For example, this didn't have as much negative impact for the community, but just made politicians look bad.
Yes,
and they sent them to jail. Where on the vice versa, politicians have made horrible decisions for the city of Detroit, and they're living their happy ass life. Mm-hmm. Free my nigga Kwame. He done got that weight up off him. It don't even look the same. Don't he look small?
Yeah, he do.
Because his stature was just, because he's a big dude. Yeah. He's like 6'5", yeah. And so he was like big, and now
he 6'5", 300 pounds.
Now he like 180. I don't know. Welcome home, Kwame. If you would like to tell your story, tell them the number now.
508-784-1111. 508-784-1111.
Now let's get. Oh, do you got anything to say about Kwame?
No, hand claps of Kwame.
I'm happy he home.
Welcome back, brother. Get your life together.
Now let's get into the gollywogs who could have stayed in jail. Lil Wayne. And Kodak Yellow. What's his name?
Kodak Black.
Kodak. What is Yellow? What am I talking about?
The song was Bodak Yellow.
Oh, well, shout out to Cardi B. Both of them gollywogs. I'm not interested. Lil Wayne actually, okay, firearms, they do be intense with black people. So let me take that back. Lil Wayne probably should have been clear. They always try to police black people's in like weapons and guns, but they never police themselves. So all right, I rescind my invitation. Well, he ain't a gollywog. But Bodak Yellow, that's a gollywog. What's his name, Neil?
Kodak Black.
That is a life-size gollywog because he's got him pardoned, but he's still up for allegedly something else in one of the Carolinas for sexual assault that could potentially come in jail for 30 years. What the
But the reason why he got pardoned on this, I want to say, not the reason, but his charges was kind of trumped up too.
Yeah.
And the reason I say that was because like he went to jail for a mistake on some paperwork.
The gollywog has had a lot of opportunities.
I know, absolutely. But like this be the one out of all the opportunities to like fuck up, like it be something that you misspelled
a word, you forgot the I,
or forgot to put on a piece of paperwork.
I'm not a fan of gollywog.
I know you're not.
So maybe I'm not the best one.
So
to be decisive about this.
So of course, like barring everything else, but like this one. Like this mistake, out of all the things, I bet
they was happy to get that mistake too. Ooh, honey, they was happy to catch.
And then Lil Wayne asked, the police just came on his fucking private jet.
That's why I said, like Lil Wayne's again, not a fan, but yeah.
Of course, I'm have a gold-plated Remington. Shit.
No.
Let me get enough money so I can get one.
And Lil Wayne looking at us like, and then here come Fat Joe trying to say Lil Wayne. He did what he had to do in that picture to get out of jail. I was like, oh my God. When you remember, he took that picture with Donald Trump looking stupid. With that oversized sweater.
Listen, stupid. If I had to take a picture, if I knew I was about to go to jail, and if I had to take a picture with the ops in order for the ops to let me
I wouldn't even consider Donald Trump the ops. Like, it's just a whole different level.
Well, okay. He's the ops. I'll say what I need to say, too, so I can come home back to you, baby. I'll say it, too.
Who Lil Wayne go back to?
I don't know.
Because his daughter now going through it with his son-in-law.
Oh, my God.
His ass about to be in jail. I'm Iyanla. It's a lot of generational cycles happening. It's a generational pathology that is happening right now. And we need to break it.
We do.
Then lastly, Joe Exotica was a little upset because he said he thought he was going to get a pardon.
Oh, my God.
But he said because he was too glamorous and gay that he ain't get it.
He had a limo set up and everything.
Wow. White privilege is very bold.
He had a limo outside the jail waiting on him.
Did someone send him a pigeon to say he was getting out?
I don't know.
What did he thought?
He sure thought he was getting on out.
He thought
he sure thought he was getting out.
Who told him?
He had a limo and everything waiting.
How did he? Well, I guess you just call him collect. Well, how you get the limo? Like what you? Or you send him an email?
One of them niggas who didn't have teeth got him a limo. Somebody got it for him.
But wouldn't the piece of people with the no teeth confirm?
No.
Like, can't you just call up to the jail and be like, "Is they getting out today?" Isn't that how that works?
I don't know how that works.
I don't know. Thank God, like I ain't had to get nobody out.
I don't know if the lawyer were like, I don't know if his lawyer was like, we got a 100% chance that Trump is gonna let you out or whatever. I don't know, but he had.
Wouldn't you love if he was on a list? What was Trump thinking when he was like, "No, not him,
not you,
but you." And then. Because I just feel like there's not a limit to pardons. So, like, I don't know if Donald Trump was in the mood where he just wasn't giving. Like, I don't see him. It's strange.
Yeah, but other than that, like, he just pardoned all his other friends that was lying for him. Like, he didn't really do no other true justice.
I think he did a couple folks who were on death row. But nowhere near the number of his friends. And, like that's what I'm saying. Like, I rather, and this maybe this is negative. I need to reflect. But there's some people on death row who are innocent or need a second look. I'd rather that pardon be spent on him than Bodak Yellow, who about to go to jail for 30 years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, allegedly. Right? Like, that's what hurts. Right? Or even, he couldn't even posthumously pardon people who pay. Like, it's just, it was a lot. But that's enough. He out of here.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to the main event, the inauguration. Oh, we did it.
The next president of the
United States. You did it. I like how she say Joe with a Z. Did it again.
You did it.
So, is it a so?
You're going to be the next president of the United States.
Okay. Let's talk about this inauguration, y'all. I thought it was decent. I thought it was. Better's not the word. I don't. Oh, you okay? Oh my goodness, is you okay?
No, keep talking.
Okay. I be worried about the COVID.
It's not COVID.
Okay, I'm just checking.
Choking on my own spit. Keep
Oh
talking.
my God, worse.
God damn.
So, what's something I found from the inauguration was I had some unexpected feelings. I knew I was going to watch it and I was excited to participate in it, but I just didn't think I would have all the feels. Now, don't get me wrong. I wasn't in Obama 2008 level feelings because when Obama was inaugurated, it was nothing but tears from that black man to that black family to them marching down Pennsylvania Boulevard to him saying the speech to Maya Angelou and Aretha Franklin. Like I was literally in tears the whole time to the point where I think I might need to rewatch the inauguration because I think I probably missed all the things that was happening now that I think about it. But this one, y'all, like when they had everyone coming on up there was good. But I got in my feelings a little bit when Kay Harris got up there.
We did it.
We did it, Joe.
Joe, we gonna be the next president of the United States. When she got up there and she put her hands on that third good Marshall Bible, when
Sotomayor.
Yes, Mayor came up there. I was trying to say her first name too, and I got a tied tongue. And she was giving it to her, right? And you could just see the look either in the justice's eyes, right? You could see like she like, bitch. Like, I feel like all the brown women in the audience was like getting lit and she taking that oath. Like it was almost like just a deep sigh. It felt like a release. And I didn't even know I was holding my breath or so much tension in my body until it happened. Now, don't get me wrong. Like I know once Kay Harris, Joe Biden in here, like it ain't, we still got work to do. But the thing is, it's just different type of work we have to do. And I have a lot more energy for this type of work we're going to have to do with Kay Harris and Biden, holding them accountable, keeping them focused, compared to just the inconsistency in the blatant white supremacy that was in the White House before. So that got me in my feelings. Then low key, I know Howard alums, AKA child, y'all been doing the most. Ooh, y'all been showing out.
Again, another time where I thought you should just get on the patio and just hit him with a ski weed.
Because I wanted Kay Harris to have her moment. Like I don't know if this was AKA's moment, but I needed Kay Harris to have that moment. But it was hilarious how everybody was dressed up in their pearls and them chucks. And some of y'all pearls, though, I'm saying this from a place of love. I'm saying this as a true K. It was very plastic, but very clear. Like, you see those pearls, and I'm like, oh, something about them pearls that's just not, no luster. Like, very, what? Niram, stop. Don't touch that soundboard no more this rest of this episode. No more. Y'all don't understand how much joy he gets.
So much joy. Better than the effects boards I had.
Don't touch it.
No.
But I did notice some people pearls was a little, I don't know how to say it. It was just a lot clunky, or was it Claire's? Ooh. Was it serving Claire's?
Don't ahead, you old school K.
It was just
let them know.
Just got to invest in a good pair of pearls. Ooh. Just got to invest in them.
If you can buy them and
they crack open and it's hollow. It's plastic.
If you bite it and it bend a little bit.
You talking about bend. I said if they
crack
the ones they crack open and they hollow. Them plastic.
If you don't bite it and it don't hurt your teeth.
Yeah, a pearl gonna crack your tooth. And it don't got that luster. It's missing something, no, but that was interesting. And then Amanda G, that poem, The Mouths of Babes, y'all just go get her books.
Yeah, that's fire.
Absolutely. What was your feelings around it, Nero?
It was a lot. It was a lot, definitely seeing Kay Harris, seeing Obama there as well.
Yes.
And being like, oh my God. Like,
we had that for 8 years.
We had that for 8 years. Man,
the one who got away.
We missed you, Barry.
If you would like to tell your story,
508-784-1111. We want to interview you like you did the Bodega Boys.
We'll do a little more research. They was good. You can tell they was ready though. They was polished. Let me shout out to Jesus and Miro. They did their best they could.
But it was good. It was a good feeling. It was a sigh of relief, truthfully. It was like, whew, I can finally breathe.
Yes.
But the other thing is I was patiently waiting and watching just to see if I need to load up my bullets.
Oh, you thought it was going to pop off?
I thought it was going to pop off. That's one of the reasons why I didn't even run the other day either. Because I was like, I know there were some letters going around on social media of like how these white folks was like putting chickens, like fried chicken in front of people's houses because they was going to go fuck them up during the inauguration.
Listen, they come if they want.
And it's like KFC. It wasn't even a good chicken. Talking about put a box of KFC chicken in front of their house so we can know.
White supremacy.
Yes.
White supremacy is sickening.
The whites.
Yeah. I almost got the feeling that morning it wasn't going to pop off because the FBI was locking so many of them up. And, you know, they get scared. Look, I don't watch too many Criminal Minds. You know, they, as much as like, because they are part of it, like they look up to those FBIs and see, like all those people, right? Like it is something there. And I think they fell back. And also a lot of them poor. So they don't got no money to get out of jail. So. It's just the truth. And they also didn't vote for the non-cash bail bonds like we've been trying to get across. Yeah. So now they sitting up in jail with that heavy-ass bond.
Ooh, okay? Tough. $3 million.
Tough Cookie bail said to get it with the titty. How it go? Tough kitty titties. What is
Tough titty said to kitty. We don't know. Yeah, so or when the milk ran out or something like that.
Yeah, so they said they po ass to jail because they can't get out to the trial. They done committed a federal crime.
Yeah.
So they really not getting out nowhere.
They gonna even get commuted.
Yeah. What? What you think about the poet? I know that's more of your lane and spoken word.
No, I thought it was fire. I thought the poem was fire. I think she struck a chord. She did her thing.
Yep.
It was a beast.
Yeah, I meant to put her book, but you know I got financial goals, and I'm like pushing through for January, not buying nothing. So I'm putting on my Amazon wish list though. I'll get it eventually. Yeah, I got goals to hit.
Oh, you
I can't
tell us about your goals.
No, I ain't nothing to tell. It's just I ain't let a penny go out of sight. Oh. Every penny that come around, if I don't need it, I ain't spending it right now. Wow, you're right. You're absolutely right. Next thing I loved about the inauguration, this is a little off, the fashions. Come on, pea coats. Come on, colorful coats. And the women, the men was just okay. But First Lady Dr. Jill Biden. I'm sorry.
Is she Irish now?
I'm sorry. I got Obama and Biden. I'm sorry, Dr. Biden. Y'all know I love Dr. Biden. I stand for her. I can't wait to see what initiative she's coming from the office of the First Lady. Sharp, blue coat, Swarovski crystals, blue coat match eyes, in her eyeshadow, and her husband tie. Michelle Obama, Jesus.
LaVon.
Where did LaVon get that weave from? Where's the hair? Did she get that from Fancy Success?
I don't know where LaVon got that from.
Jesus. And first of all, she's tall and statuesque and got like this. First of all, I don't know how she got on a coat that long. She got this long ass ox blood coat. It ain't burgundy, it's ox blood. Monochromatic, side swoop, barrel curls, sickening. And then I just can't honestly, Joe Biden, I don't know if them his kids or grandkids. Somebody was an all white looking godly.
They were.
Somebody was an all brown looking like Nyambi.
They were.
Complexion. Sickening. Like, then we got Bernie Sanders. Take it from there, Neil. Bernie Sanders stole the show. Bernie Sanders
I'm here so I won't get fined.
Is a Vermont granddaddy. He lives in Vermont, and he's someone's granddad from Vermont.
It was the plaid coat for me.
It was the LOB coat for me. No, it was the mittens for me. I said, how cold is it now? It was the cross legs for me. It was sitting like you didn't know no one there for me. It was the picking up your mail. I was like, he doesn't have to participate in Senate after? Like, did they have to like swear in people? Like,
he had his mail and shit.
Like, he was saying, I'm about to run to the store. I gotta go to Trader Joe's and I gotta go pick up some firewood, drop off this mail, and I'm gonna swing by Joe little get together.
He didn't leave the mail because it was his bills. So he's like, I don't want nobody to steal this money order.
Because they steal in here. Because we know they steal in here. They steal and they come up in here and go through all your stuff.
Oh, my God.
What was y'all doing with all them memes, putting them on the subway, putting them on the bodega, selling hot dogs? He was not here for the bullshit. Why wasn't he talking to nobody?
I don't know.
Why was he sitting so far away?
His ass.
He didn't even bring his wife. I like his wife, too. I said he could have brought his wife to the inauguration.
He didn't even color coordinate nothing. He had a disposable mask on. Like he's about to throw that out once he gets there. His mitten didn't match his coat.
I feel like he didn't clap. He was clapping as light as Mitch McConnell. Every time Mitch was barely putting his hands together. It was like, y'all can't even see. Look. I said, could he clap lighter? Can we talk about Pence looking like a villain?
Oh my God. Every time the camera showed him, he was looking side-eyed.
He literally didn't stop breathing. He literally stopped breathing.
It was just
for the whole inauguration. The only thing that made him look semi-human was his wife next to him, because she looked like she had some emotion in her eyes, or like she clapped at some situations, right? But he was literally stone cold. In the beautiful irony of it, is when the send-off happened. Since the president wasn't there, usually the Bidens would send them off, but since they weren't there and it was the second family, Kay Harris and her husband had to send them off. And I was just like, look at the irony of this black woman sending him on his motherfucking way. All I could think about Swiss Family Robinson, goodbye, or The Sound of Music, goodbye.
Look, you get up out of here now.
Goodbye.
Drive safe and don't bring your ass back.
Goodbye.
Look.
I wonder how Indiana welcomed his ass back. Indiana, how y'all welcome him back? Hopefully with nothing but rainbow flags. Just an army of rainbow.
Not an army of rainbow flags.
Just welcome him home. Like just I want him to have a whole ballroom. What's it called? The houses. Just as he's walking down the main street, just lead him in.
Or just rainbow flags.
Just come on in, come on home. Welcome. Things have
Welcome
changed.
home.
Next, do we want to talk about these singers, Nero? What you want to talk about, Lady Gaga? You gonna talk about them or what?
I didn't even see Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga was serving Hunger Games.
Tell us more.
That's it. Look up Hunger Games. And that's Lady Gaga. She had like this big poof skirt and like it was like this hummingbird pennant, and she had ropes in her hair or ribbon in her hair, and she came and sung the national anthem, very Broadway theater kid edition, which was cute, but a lot. Like she got a decent voice, so like she's fine. But you can tell she was happy. You can see she was standing out there, and she still ain't put the sauce on that Beyonce yet. We did not put the respect Beyonce deserves.
Yes, because Beyonce took off that earpiece to let them know.
Beyonce sung the mess out of the national anthem for the Obamas. I don't care what nobody say. That rendition of the national anthem, that's up there with the Whitney Houston rendition. That's up there with the Marvin Gaye rendition. It's up there with those renditions. Niggas, we can reinvent a song that chills you to your core. Lady Gaga she just did good, and she was, you know, Gaga always serve a look. Mm-hmm. So she did that. And actually, I'm just glad they had somebody progressive. Let's talk about J-Lo, giving Dej loaf, feeling godly, but make it Chanel.
Just nothing but Chanel.
Head to ghetto toe. I love it. I said, come on, Nuyorican. Come on, Puerto Rico. Was she from the Bronx? Come on, BX.
I'm from the Bronx.
Come on, feeling godly, but make it Chanel. When she hit it with the Let's Get Loud, I didn't know where we were going.
Me either.
I was like, we don't need you to get louder. But you know what I was here for? When she starts doing the song in Spanish.
Ooh, I know I had to fuck up all those Republicans.
We could have like missed the Let's Get Loud, and she should have just literally did the whole America the Beautiful in Spanish.
That's what I thought she was going to do.
If she would have came up there and did that whole song in Spanish and served me Selena, bitty bitty bum bum, it would have been a fucking rap.
You know, Naomi loves Selena.
I love Selena's.
Bitty bitty bum bum.
If Jennifer Lopez would have came up and seen America Beautiful completely in Spanish, I would have been dead. That's what we needed.
Yes.
Because I think she did like the Pledge of Allegiance. Like when she started speaking in Spanish, I think it was like the Pledge of Allegiance. Like I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America. Like I think she did that quickly in Spanish and then circled it back to America Beautiful. I say translate that whole motherfucker. Make them have Google Translate up.
What is she saying?
America the Beautiful. And honestly, low-key, I like J-Lo's voice when she sings in Spanish. She sings good in English, but I think I like it better in Spanish.
You like it better in Spanish?
Yeah, I really like how she sings in Spanish. That's what I was waiting on. But when she said the Let's Get Loud, though, and not that. And also, I should note with y'all, I love the pomp and circumstance of inaugurations.
Naomi love a good ritual and tradition.
I love the pomp and circumstances. I love the drawing of how they did the different flats and the colors. I love how the men and all the armed forces come out. I love how there's a protocol. I love how the man was wiping down the microphone. I just love the walking, the shaking the hand. I love all that stuff. If I was not a cubicle warrior, I want to be somehow tied to people who create like these different ceremonies. I love a ceremony. So I love that. Also, shout out to Garth Brooks. I forget he be a progressive country singer.
Yeah.
He did that acapella though.
He did.
Y'all better put respect on Garth
You
Brooks.
better put your name on Garthy.
I thought it was gonna do the trumpet. I said I ain't never seen a song with just the trumpet and
Right.
sing the whole song with the trumpet.
The trumpet was there just to figure out, put you on key.
Put you on key. And Garthy came up there and did that shit a cappella.
Right.
And Mike dropped it and said, just in case you forgot who the fucking king of country music is.
It's me, bitch.
It ain't them other motherfuckers.
It's Garthy.
It's Garthy. And I'm progressive as fuck. And my wife got a show on Food Network. And she can sing to the fucking ground too.
And she can somewhat cook.
Somewhat cook. Some of that shit be a miss. And then lastly, can we talk about Katy Perry? Baby, you're a firework.
I think I missed that one.
It was at the end of first of all, this one all day.
I know it did.
But yeah, she was the closing out thing with it. Oh, you should watch it because they did fireworks at the Capitol. And when I say they invested every firework that we missed from 4th of July this year, there was like all the countries around. Forever didn't have a fireworks show. Send it to DC. And when I tell you they lit it on fire, and they literally started when she started singing, "Baby, you're a but she slowed it down because you know firework is like the happy white girl song when you just be bouncing. She slowed that shit down. She did the chops and screw version, and she's like, "Baby, you're a fire." And so she did it like all the fireworks came up. I said, "Oh, I got chills."
You got chills.
I said, "Oh, get that shit." And you know, she just had that baby. She hitting them with the fireworks. Dr. Jill Biden and Joe Biden, they sitting on the balcony like a episode of Scandal with Fitz and Olivia. Kamala Mala, as my mama called her. They on the steps somewhere at the Lincoln Memorial.
Not Kamalisa.
Kamalisa and her husband and her multicultural family is at the steps of the Lincoln Memorial. So they keep flashing back. But you know, in between that area, you can see all the fireworks. I thought it was absolutely beautiful. You missed that part?
Yeah, I missed that part. I had a meeting.
Oh, no, nigga. I think this was like late. This was like 6, 7 p.m. our time.
I had a meeting.
Oh. I didn't. I was resting.
I know you were.
But can we say that Kay Harris and Joe Biden, they getting this work done, y'all? Like, they got these executive orders coming through. Like, I cannot lie. They made me do work. Because I think also what's been in the back of my head is that since the president of the United States ain't working, it's no need for me to work. Right? If he ain't putting in that much work, I only need to work 2 hours. If he only working 30 minutes a day, maybe I can put in 2 hours. But the fact that Joey B, Kay Harris, them put in so much work, they done went through 17 executive orders, them put 3 senators in office and like done all these things. It's huge.
He working.
Right? Let me just start reading some of this. So one of them launches a 100-day masking challenge, asking Americans to wear masks for 100 days, requires mask and physical distancing in federal buildings, on federal lands, and by the government contractors, and urges states and local governments to do the same. One thing. Next, this one is the next executive order stops the United States withdrawal from the World Health Organization, and Dr. Anthony Fauci becomes the head of the delegation to WHO. Next, creates a position for COVID-19 response coordinator, reporting directly into the Biden in managing efforts to produce and distribute vaccinations and medical equipment. Next, extend the existing nationwide moratorium on eviction and foreclosure to at least March 31st. Next, I don't know what number we're on, 48. Extends the existing pause on student loan payments and interest for Americans on federal loans until at least September 30th. One. 53, rejoins the Paris Climate Accords, a process that will take 30 days. 78, cancel Keystone XL pipeline that directs agencies to review and reverse more than 100 Trump actions on the environment. 103, rescinds the Trump administration's 1976 commission. It directs agencies to review their actions to ensure racial equity. 403, prevents workplace discrimination on the bias of sexual orientation or gender identity. That's a big shout out. Give some hand claps for that one, because that was some bullshit. Should have never got passed. Next, requires non-citizens to be included in the census of the appointment of the congressional representatives. 543, fortifies DACA after Trump's effort to undo protections for the undocumented people through the country's us children. Shout out. Give us a hand clap for the dreamers. 634, reverses the Trump administration's restrictions on U.S. entries of passport holders from 7 Muslim majority countries. Remember they put that ban on Muslim? Bullshit. Next, 843, undoes Trump expansion of the immigration enforcements within the United States. 999, halts the construction of the border wall that terminates the national emergency declaration used to fund that motherfucker. Fuck that wall. 1014 extends the deferrals of deportation and work authorizations for Liberians with a safe haven in the United States until June 30th, 2022. 2000 requires executive branch appointees to sign ethics pledge, barring them from acting in personal interest and requiring them to uphold the independence of the departments of justice. And now 5001 directs OBM, the Office of Management and Budget, to develop recommendations to modernize regulatory review and undoes Trump's regulatory approval process. All done in less than 24 fucking hours. So all that to be said, you niggas won't steal my joy because the thump pieces have already began. Well, you got to do the work. We got to hold them accountable. What other president has came in and did 17 executive actions within 24 fucking hours? And don't get me wrong, I am not caping for Biden. Facts is just the facts.
Truthfully, it was just low hanging fruit too.
But the thing is, he ain't had to do it.
I know he didn't have to do it.
But he ain't had to do it.
He did it though.
But he did it. And a lot of you Negroes out here who trying to steal my joy is the same Negroes talking about accountability, but you couldn't even keep your vows with the Lord and your own wife or your partner or your husband. So don't come talking about Joe and accountability before you check your own house. You just got through marriage counseling. Okay? Just got through. Also, stop stealing my fucking joy. Nets, shout out to the new press secretary. On top of that, it was a press briefing at 7 p.m. last night. With that lady with that red hair. I forgot her name. I think it's Pasaki. P-S-A-K-I. I've already followed her. When I tell you this bitch came with a stack of paper ready to answer all your questions and let you know what her job is and what it ain't and how she here to spread the truth. I think her name Molly. P-S-A-K-I. Do you hear me? Jen Pasaki. I don't know if that P is silent. Saki, Jen Saki, Pasaki. I don't know. P-S-A-K-I. The bitch came out. I knew from the red hair she wasn't playing. Mm-hmm. I knew from the red hair with the blue power suit.
She wasn't playing.
That she was there and for all of them. She says
she's here to uphold the truth. And not play around with you hoes.
And don't come here with the bullshit.
Don't come here with the bullshit.
Won't be no shit.
Don't start no shit.
Won't be no shit.
Won't be no shit.
Negro proverb 536.
Don't start no shit.
Won't be no shit. What you think now about any of the
I think it's exciting. I think, like I said, it just gives me a breath of fresh air. Mm-hmm. In addition to that, it was low hanging fruit. So the fact that he did it,
don't you get one of them thumb pieces?
I'm not gonna get no thumb piece. Okay. But it was low hanging fruit because all he had to do is reverse the shit that Donald Trump had to do. And if that's all you have to do to be in the good graces of someone in the good graces, why not just do that?
Yeah.
So that's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
And it's pretty much the same shit of he just redoing the shit that him and Obama worked on.
Yeah, he already got the card copy saved on his computer.
Right. That's all it was.
He just put out the file on his computer.
Let me see the shit that me and Obama did.
Well, Brock,
let me see what me and Barry did.
Let me look at my file.
Let me see what me and Barry did that Trump overread.
And just put it back.
And let me just put that shit back.
But I hope they get super assertive. And you know what? Even in his speech, I know we didn't talk on his inauguration speech. I did appreciate him speaking on unity and stuff. But low key, when I think he was talking about unity, again, he said he's the president for all people. I think he was throwing a little shade at them Democrats too. Mm-hmm. I think he was low key saying, I need y'all to get y'all shit together. Don't come to me with the bullshit. Like, I really thought he was talking to like the Democratic Party. Don't get me wrong, this nation is divided. He got work to do there too. But the Democratic Party is low-key very divided too. It's not as messy as the Republican Party because it's not as evasive as the divide in the Republican Party because they on like some core value white supremacy shit in the Republican Party they're going through. We're not on that. Mm-hmm. But you can tell there's a clear divide when it comes to the Democrats.
The Democrats are pussy.
And I hope they can work together. That's all.
I think there's going to be a break off, and it might mess around and be a 4-party system.
Really? I hope not in these 4 years. We can do that in another 4 years, but we got some shit we need to pass now.
But I can foresee that happen. I can see like the extremely liberals and like the liberal side of the Democrats breaking off and creating their own party, mm-hmm. and I can see like the Trump Republicans like breaking off from the traditional Republican Party and saying that they are cohesive or more in the bed with the Democrats.
Yeah.
And then going away. So I can see.
And then the moderates come together.
Yeah.
So that's more like a 3-party system. Mm-hmm. And then like the sort of moderate the more progressive Republicans traditionally and the more moderate conservative Democrats kind of come together.
Yes.
Interesting. Yeah. But that's what I thought. You got any other thoughts from the inauguration? I enjoyed it. It was nice.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was exciting.
Yes.
It's now that we got his ass out, now it's time for the work to begin.
To do real work.
It's time for the real work to happen. So it's going to be one of those things of like, as the community, like we got to make sure we stay on their necks, regardless of the fact.
Yeah. Ain't no days off now.
We got to stay on their necks.
You can't take a week off every 6 weeks like Nyambi.
Nope.
Y'all got to work for 4 years, just like Obama had to work every day. That's what he told us in his book.
What was that meme? It was like, this is a good party for someone who owed me $2,000.
Oh my goodness. The memes were, he's like, this is a real nice inauguration for somebody who owed me $2,000. Run me my money. And they already start doing them cash apps. Joey Biden. 2,000. That's stimmy.
That's stimmy.
You niggas, the stimmy.
Run me my stimmy.
He said it's a lot of fireworks.
I'm just saying.
It's a lot. We could have brought this down.
Where is my stimmy?
Or we could have added an extra $100 to my stim.
To my stimmy. I ain't need no fireworks.
We ain't there.
Look, just ball a piece of paper and set it on fire. Run me my stimmy.
What'd you say? We would have just liked if they just was in their living room.
Look.
What is it called? Like just conversation with Dr. Biden and President Biden.
Exactly.
That could have been the celebration. They eat a piece of cake and sat down.
Shit.
Hell, he probably would have preferred that. I'm sure he been up. Well, he ain't probably gonna get no more than 5-6 hours of sleep for the next 4 years.
Well, you know how they do them fireplaces on Christmas?
Yeah.
Like, you could have just did a fireworks on the TV. Like, just put that up there. We don't need to see real fireworks.
Just
Run me my
somebody.
stimmy.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But yeah. Cool. We're going to get in some shout out Friday?
Yes.
Alrighty.
So as always, 5-star rating reviews on Apple Podcasts and on Stitcher. Emails and voicemails, 508-784-1111. Our first email subject says, OMG. Says, please ask Nyambi if she's heard of the new Melanish interest, which it's Pinterest for black girls. I'm excited.
What?
Have you heard of Melanish?
Is that a real thing?
Yeah.
Do we get secret invites like Clubhouse?
You know what?
I've never.
You won't even take my invitation to Clubhouse. So
You haven't sent it.
I didn't know if you ever wanted it.
Oh my God, this is a thing. Like, it's
Yes.
like, oh my God.
Look
I'm
at
deleting
this.
Pinterest immediately.
Melon interest.
Did Pinterest know about this?
Melon interest.
Well, I ain't gonna snitch. Don't worry about me. I ain't gonna snitch. But do Pinterest know about this?
I guess.
Mela interest?
Yeah, melon interest.
My God.
Look at all this blackness.
Yeah, I mean, this is what my Pinterest look like.
Oh my God, I'm just overwhelmed by so much blackness on
Oh, they got an app near them. Go back to the app.
there. Oh,
Go back, like hit the back button. Miriam don't like to listen to me.
I
Look
made
at that
it back.
nail polish.
yeah.
You see, it has the app store.
Apps, yeah.
4.6 ratings. Let me just see what it looked like. I wonder if it's a form of Pinterest. Let's not tell them.
And they got dark mode.
Oh, I love it. Oh, I'm downloading that now.
Let's see.
What is this? Over the road? It ain't even got a meal. Who's this? Gabe Stephanie?
Gail.
Oh, that's what I said.
You said Gave.
Oh, okay. Inspiring Black women, Melaninterest. So MELANINTEREST. I will be downloading it. Thank you, sis. I know nothing about it. Look at niggas trying not to get 5-star reviews. Not bad.
Y'all better go get these motherfuckers some 5-star rating.
Yeah, because they need the 5-star rating of reviews so they can get like more money and more people there to make it better.
Oh,
I am so lit.
this is exciting.
Okay,
Hand
yeah.
claps.
Thank you for sending that, sis. I think it was Shonda who sent that. Am I reading that, sir?
Yeah, go ahead.
So the subject is cross-country tripping, LOL. It says, hey, Nirman, Nyambi, and Mabel. I'm listening to the podcast and just had to pause to share my story. I wrote a few months ago back regarding dating a guy that had to move back to Africa. Yeah, I remember. Back to Africa, and I told y'all we travel, air quote, well together. And here's what I mean by that. While we were together, we decided to do a cross-country trip as our last trip together before he moved back. I live in Atlanta, so we started here. Of course, our first stop was Kentucky, then St. Louis, Nebraska, Colorado, because I have family there, and he wanted to mountain climb. Arizona to visit the Grand Canyon, Nevada, and finally ending in Cali. I'm not a long distance driver. After a good hour on the road, I get drowsy and fall asleep too. Driving makes me sleepy too. I think it's like the motion of the car. So he drove the entire trip. It sounds like both of y'all will be driving, so that shouldn't be a problem for y'all. We flew back to Atlanta from LAX, and of course, we made several stops along the way because the point of the trip was to stop along the way to camp, hike, sightsee, enjoy the Middle States. The last leg of the trip geared towards luxury for me. Before we hit Nevada, we didn't really stay in hotels, so we more so roughed it. Meaning we slept in the car with family in a few tiny houses, a tent, and a cabin. We're only together for a little over a year, so of course we fought a good 3 times during the trip. Actually, that's not a lot for that part of the trip. My auntie said it would have been less if I helped him with the driving. LOL. I explained to her that I'm a great co-pilot. We left Juneteenth, and it took us about a week to make the drive. You guys should definitely give it a try. I highly recommend. We took the Skin Deep card game with us and other relationship building activities for entertainment to make the trip purposeful and to pass the time. Lots of people said we shouldn't do it because it's a relationship killer and driving across country will break us up. However, afterwards, we both agreed that it's the best decision we could have made. That trip was both exciting and one of the fondest memories, and I am civil rights black. So I would not have visited some of those states any other way. Anywho, sorry for the long email. Let me go finish listening to the show. Love you, sis, bruh, cuz. Thank you so much for sharing that. Niram, you trying to get me on board?
I'm trying to go. Like, I want to do a trip, but I don't know if Naomi with it. Me and Naomi had 2 long road trips, and it was only a 12-hour drive from Detroit to white ass New England. Mm-hmm. And Naomi was getting sleepy.
I get so sleepy.
Naomi was not with it.
What else? What did you enjoy about it?
I ain't sleepy. Well, we had a good time.
Yeah.
It was a good time. This is before like card games and things of that sort.
It was a long time ago. We also did a trip. Remember we went back with Nia was with us?
Oh yeah.
How was that one? I ain't had to drive nothing. I really enjoyed it.
Naomi don't like to drive.
I don't like
the women in Naomi's family don't like to drive.
No. My fam. Some of the women in our family are old school. Some of them like don't have licenses, and they're like, look at niggas like, why would I have a license?
Why would I have a license when I got this grown ass nigga?
Right next to me. Why would I do that?
Why would I do that?
But I'm a little opposite. I don't enjoy driving, but I got to be mobile, so I had to definitely get my license. And don't get me wrong, I can hit that road now. I can drive long hours and do it. I just don't enjoy it. Just like I don't enjoy taking out the trash, but I can. Just don't enjoy it.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So we got them voicemails. Remember, leave us a voicemail at 508-784-1111. Once again, that's 508-784-1111.
Oh my God. Oh my God. When I tell y'all, you already know who this is.
What's up, Sharon?
What's up, Naomi?
Yeah.
The servant.
Yes.
Serve me, honey.
Yes.
The fact that this white lady is in the house.
Yes.
With her chef cooking ass husband who ordering elegance to the house to cook and break down just for pictures.
Yes.
That's a whole nother thing.
Ain't it?
She got a goddamn doll baby.
Yes.
Upstairs in the room treating it like it's a whole new baby.
Food,
like
clothes, everything.
New human baby. And it's not.
Yep.
Then she hires some, I don't know where you come from, I don't know your background, but come into my house as a babysitter type servant, type cleanup, type, be here, don't be heard, don't be seen ass girl. Who's weird as shit.
Weird.
I knew something was about to go down.
It was,
and that
though.
damn doll baby's eyebrows are so creepy.
Yes.
But I ain't gonna say no more. The way that series ended, I knew for sure there had to be like a servant part 2.
Gotta be.
Or season 2 because
or prequel. Or prequel.
When them folks came to gather her and her things, I said, honey, what the fuck is going on?
Listen, when that uncle visited.
Show,
oh my God.
I need to go ahead and watch it. Yes, it is 4:28 a.m. on a goddamn Saturday. All right. R.I.P. to Aaliyah. Happy birthday.
Yep. Sure was.
Happy birthday to Sade. And we're going to just continue to roll out this episode because for some reason I am not sleepy. I don't know where my sleep bone is, but it ain't here.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to keep listening.
Keep on listening to but yeah, serving is listen. Season 1 got me when that uncle came and visit.
Oh my God.
Listen, he had to get up out my house. I had to shoot him.
So season 2's back, right?
They come back every Friday. Got an episode. I think I'm gonna wait a few weeks so I can watch them back to back.
Right, because I do like For this, I like to binge it. Like I can't wait
because I forget some of the details because it's so nuanced. Like I need to watch it clumped together so I don't miss it.
Because like who knows the baby ain't real and things of that sort and things.
Exactly.
Shane called back again. Let's see what Shane got to say.
I would just like to say, parenting is a scheme that Todd set up.
Don't do this.
Because, my God, I do not want to be up at 7 a.m. just because my child has to get an education. I don't want to be up. I did my time. I did elementary. I did middle school. I did high school. I got stupid and went to college for 7 years. Got me in debt up to my neck. Now I got to turn around and I got to get up early because someone couldn't pull out.
Just beat them.
No.
That Todd set up. Hi there, Naomi. I'm enjoying your episode. I'm editing and I have a 10-minute short for dads. It is for dads, but it's people that want to talk about loving their dads. So if anybody that listens to Black Love Matters wants to talk about loving their dads, please contact me at Cozy Womb Pod on IG. Yes. So we can do a 10-minute short of questions and you just talking about loving your dad so I could get these episodes ready for June.
I love that.
Peace out.
Peace out.
I love that. I can't wait to listen to it.
You know anybody that love their daddy?
I love my daddy.
Oh.
What you trying to say? That's a norm, nigga. Why are you acting like that's a random? You said you know anyone who love a dad? Yes. Oh. I do.
Just asking.
I do. Babe will love you. Depend on the day.
Depending on the day and depending if I'm playing flash with her.
It depends if you pick her up from the groomer.
Exactly.
Before it's dark out.
Hey, Miriam. Hey, Naomi. Hey, neighbor girl. How y'all doing? This is Tiffany from North Carolina.
Hey.
Calling in again. First of all, I wanted to say Happy New Year to y'all.
Thank you.
I've been rocking with y'all for well over a year, and I love y'all. Y'all have me dying at work.
We love you too.
Anywho, first of all, Naomi, let me just start with Sylvie was trash.
She's a cunt.
When I say that movie was good, but she was pissed
the movie was great.
Like, how did your daddy tell him about this child before you could?
Yes.
I was just like, you so trash. Then you had a good man that still raised this child that wasn't his.
Yes.
And you just left him high and dry too. You was right. She was a straight gutter. Like,
yes. Tessa played the mess out of the role.
Mess.
Tessa played the mess out of it.
I just want to say, I really think 2021 is 2020 with a win on.
It is.
Off rocky with this foolishness.
It is.
Don't make no sense.
Yep.
Colonizers will colonize.
Yep.
I'm just like, just throw all the colonizers away. Throw them all away. Can we just take them all to a secluded island and put their ass there and let them be there with their non-mask wearing asses?
Yes.
I'm fed up with it.
They did.
Corona,
and then they came to America.
Somewhere. This is why we can't get rid of this shit, because of them colonizers.
Yep. You right. Ain't no lies.
It don't make no sense, y'all. Anywho, I just wanted to call in and see how y'all doing and talk about Sylvie and that. Also, Jasmine sold that hotel.
Oh, hotels was good.
All of that shit, honey.
It was fire.
She did that.
She did that.
She did that. Anywho, Miriam, I'm loving the sound effects. Keep it coming. Keep it coming.
I told Naomi that people love the sound effects.
Talk to y'all next time. Bye.
See, Naomi, people loving the sound effects. And it's only you that's a hating ass that don't like the sound effects. But people are loving the sound effects.
Be careful.
No, you be careful.
Be careful.
You be careful. Because people love the sound effects.
Okay.
It's confirmed.
One.
Hi, Niran and Naomi. I haven't called in before, but I've been listening for a while.
What took you so long to
But I
call?
just had to call because my best friend works at an office, a plastic surgeon office.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Dr.
she got
Miami?
COVID, tested positive. She was feeling sick since like the 2nd.
Okay.
And then she actually tested positive on a Friday. So she quarantined basically for only 1 week. And do you know, her boss had her coming back in
Girl.
Friday.
Ooh.
So she only basically was off for 5 days because he sent her a screenshot from the CDC saying, what did he say? Oh, that you only need to quarantine from the time that you first had symptoms.
What?
And now that she took another test to show she's still positive, he sent her another screenshot from the CDC basically saying, you can still be tested positive for up to 3 months without being contagious, so continue coming to work.
What?
And if it was me, I would have been left or I would have took my time off, but she seems to just want to follow protocol, or she's saying he's going to tell her to follow protocol. So I'm going to take a child advice, because my advice is to quit, leave, and
Yeah, I think I might have to quit.
Global pandemic, but
I think I might have had to quit, or at least take my 2 weeks, right? And then as soon as he try to fire me, I think I go to the EEOC.
I was going to just report his ass to the state.
That's crazy, right? That's what I'm saying.
Anonymous tip. I just want to call and say, I was just in contact with somebody.
Somebody.
Look, I was just because I wouldn't even say my name. I said I was just in contact with somebody at the office that got COVID, and the office is still open, and that person I got in contact with is still there. Y'all might want to know.
You want to run down there?
I'm talking about myself.
Capitalism is such trash, right? Like at minimum, that person should be quarantining for 2 weeks, right? Like they acting like they done did it for months and months, and it's like it's still that. That's horrible. I'm so sorry your friend had to go through that, but no, sis, you're not off. Like, you're endangering people. Then I think about the type of job. It's not like she just working from her home doing the payroll. No, it ain't like he's saying, well, can you roll out of bed and hit enter? Right? Like, it ain't like it's not a job she can do from home. She's surrounded by other people, and not only other people in the vulnerable states. They're literally cutting meat open. And the COVID gonna get in the no.
Ooh, could you imagine you going there and getting a Brazilian butt lift,
trying to
and
get
come
this
back
meat
with COVID?
cut off you, and you trying to get this meat cut off you?
You trying to get a BBL, and you come back with COVID-19? God dang!
Jesus, people don't be caring, do they?
They don't.
Sad. All right. Well, that was a good episode. We hope you all have a beautiful weekend. To submit your Black Love stories, go to blacklovematters.com. To submit a question for Kitchen Table Talk, shoot us the email at blacklovematters@gmail.com. That's blacklovematters with no K. And to leave a comment about anything that we talked about, you can do that on SoundCloud, Stitcher, any form of social media, Black Love Matters. Again, that's Black with no K. Don't forget that voicemail at 508-784-1111. That's 508-784-1111. Talk to y'all later. Remember, love is ever evolving. Peace.
We did it, Joe. You're going to be the next president of the United States.